That's me. So I first want to say it's amazing that everyone came out today to spend 6 hours to listen to us talk. It's quite awesome. We were kind of nervous a week ago. We had half the attendance signed up, and now I think we've more than doubled, and it's amazing. This is a great way for you to reinforce your lifestyle change, and I'm inspired by how many people showed up today. So thank you everyone for coming today. So my name is BJ Swingle. My claim to fame is I've lost a lot of weight eating plants. My story is I've lost 60 pounds 6 times in the past 30 years of my life. This time I feel confident that this is going to be the last time. So I'm 100% Italian. I'm 47 years old. I have an 8-year-old son, and I'm the oldest female in my family. At the age of 42, I was the oldest female in my family because my mother passed away at age 53 from diabetes unexpectedly. She had diabetes for like 10 years. She suffered 10 years of her life with diabetes, and she died unexpectedly with her condition. And my father passed away at age 69 from pancreatic cancer. My brother, who is 52, he had his first heart attack at 48, and he told me it's just a matter of time that I would have my heart attack. So I've always been a fighter, and if you ever told me something was going to happen or I was going to do something, I'm going to prove you wrong. So I did give him the book, How to Prevent and Reverse Heart Disease, but he told me it was basically BS. So, and I believe he has diabetes, but he hasn't told me. He's hiding that from me, I think. So with that said, first of all, this is my first time talking in front of a large audience, and all right, so 5 years ago, I had lost weight for the 5th time in my life doing Medifast. Previous other weight loss programs with Weight Watchers, starved myself, Fen was great until someone complained about having heart attacks or something like that and ruined it for everyone else who was doing great. I just had, I yo-yoed my whole life, and every time I lost the weight before in the past, everybody would be like, "You look amazing, aren't you excited, you lost weight," and I would just look at them terrified, like, no, because I don't know how to keep this weight off. I don't want to measure my food the rest of my life, and I don't want to eat Medifast packaging foods for the rest of my life, so no, I'm terrified. And so my sister-in-law had lost 85 pounds following Dr. McDougall, and if you are new to the plant-based community, there are so many doctors that promote this way of eating, and there's so many different resources that you can Google to find out the pros and cons to eating this way. And when I first started 5 years ago, I had no idea who Dr. Greger was, who Dr. Campbell was. I didn't know any of these people. And now these people have become friends of mine. I can walk up to them and they know my name. Because I engrossed myself into the community because I wanted to make this work. So 5 years ago, my sister-in-law lost 85 pounds. She went from being a smoker, a heavy coffee drinker, prostitute to depression, all the way to now, she became an aerobic instructor, just turned her whole life around, and it really inspired my husband and I. And I watched the movie documentary Forks Over Knives, and I said to my husband I wanted to be vegetarian. Now, I didn't know the difference between vegetarian, vegan, plant-based. To me, they were all the same. I just said I wanted to be vegetarian. He had just listened to Dr. Greger's top leading causes of death and how they can be cured by eating a plant-based diet. That's about an hour-long documentary, and you can Google that. It's on YouTube. And he says, no, I want to be vegan. And so I said, okay, let's see what we can do. I would ask my sister-in-law for a lot of advice on how to do this, but she was like, you gotta make this your own. And I started Googling all these recipes and all these different people, how they were eating. And like I said, when I just started, I had just lost the weight doing that fast. Well, my first year of becoming vegan, I actually gained weight. I gained all the weight back because I wasn't really following the healthy way of eating. So when people say I'm plant-based, it's because they plant-based whole food because they want to state that. Because you can be vegan and you can be eating French fries cooked in oil, and you can be eating the Boca burgers. They are not health promoting. They are not weight loss conducive, and you might as well just eat a hamburger. I mean, yes, you're saving the animals, and I'm definitely for. When I first came into this way of eating, it was for the weight loss vanity reason. And once you engross yourself into the community and you learn how the meats are processed, you do become an animal rights person. But I was eating a lot of pasta. And I know someone brought up the question about pasta. Pasta, if it's a whole grain pasta, I'm sure it's good for you. But the thing is, it's more important to get the vegetables, the fruits, and the grains into your body for the nutrients. Pasta is a filler in my mind. I feel it's a filler. If I have a craving for pasta, I cook some potatoes and I put some marinara sauce on it. And I'm satisfied. I do not feel deprived at all of what I'm eating. And I'm not trying to lose any more weight. I keep losing weight, so I'm having to eat more. I eat volumes of food. I'm a volume eater. I feel like I can go to these meetings and say, hi, I'm BJ, I'm a volume eater. I eat for breakfast. This is my breakfast on most days. This container is filled with, today was cauliflower rice, and it was all frozen. I went to boot camp this morning and I had to quickly take a shower and get here. My fellow boot campers are here. Well, first of all, I want to show a hands of all of my friends that came here today to support me. I love you guys. And I'm just so happy to see you. But this morning's breakfast I had was frozen cauliflower rice I buy at Costco's. It's organic. 80% of the food I think in my house is pretty much organic. I didn't push for it that way to happen. It just ended up being that way. And then I have frozen artichoke hearts, frozen red roast, fire roasted red peppers, poblano peppers. These are all frozen, and corn, fire roasted corn. And they were all frozen. Most I buy from Wegmans because I live a mile from the one in Mount Laurel. And the cauliflower rice I buy from Costco. And I microwaved it for 6 minutes, stirred it, and then another 6 minutes. And that's my breakfast. And let me tell you something, I'm full. And I did boot camp this morning, so I don't feel like I'm shaking or whatever. I don't feel like I'm starving myself. Now, I'm going to follow up with something like a potato, stuff like that. So, my first year, like I said, I struggled because I was eating all the wrong foods. And after 3 years, my first 3 years of trying to figure out how to eat this way, So 3 years I was trying to figure out how to eat this way. So finally 2 years ago, I paid into a private group, Chef AJ. She is a celebrity vegan chef. She's lost a lot of weight following Dr. McDougall. Dr. McDougall has a weight loss program called the Maximum Weight Loss Solution, and she created her own program, spin off of him, and he promotes it, and hers is called Ultimate Weight Loss Solution. And she teaches us how to eat 2 pounds of vegetables first thing in the day. That's, I mean, not in one sitting, but like, you don't move on to something else until you've gotten your 2 pounds of vegetables. And let me tell you something, like a pound of it is spinach. So 1 pound of spinach, have you ever seen 1 pound of spinach cooked? I mean, it's the size of your fist. And the whole thing is all those nutrients in 1 pound of spinach is amazing. And then, you follow it with some starches. I eat a lot of rice and potatoes, and I stopped after the 3 years of Googling and buying cookbooks and trying to follow recipes. After 3 years, I finally just decided I'm just going to eat food. Broccoli and potatoes is a great meal with some salsa on it. And like I said, that was me before. I had no muscle mass, and now I've been eating this way, and I have lots of muscle mass. I mean, I became a runner, and this year I'm training for my first full marathon that's going to be in Philadelphia. But I've also signed up to do Leadville out in Colorado, which is 7.5 miles up a hill and 7.5 miles, which you'll hear from Anthony later in the group of them. So, I don't know how long I have to talk, because I know it's a good 11:20. So, a couple of sayings that I follow every day, and I would hope that you would write these down, because I think they would help you as well. Because I'm a buy-in eater, I have addictive qualities about myself. So when I was doing Weight Watchers, the reason why I failed with Weight Watchers was because I was not able to moderately weigh and measure the trigger foods that were in my house. Because as Chef AJ has taught me, she says, it's not a matter of if you'll overeat on them, it's a matter of when. And you ever wonder, if you ever did Weight Watchers, if you had the bag of chips in your house, and you weighed them and you ate them, and then over a week's period of time, you started just binging on them, and you wonder, why am I doing this? What is wrong with me? Why can't I get the self-control to not do this? Self-control has nothing to do with it. It has everything to do with the trigger foods and what the trigger foods can do to your mind. And that's what you heard about earlier, how sugar and fat and salt, yes, can trigger your brain just like when you do heroin. And, there is such a thing as food addiction, and people don't want to hear that there's food addictions, but there are food addictions. Our kids are addicted to food. I mean, they're addicted to all the processed foods. And, I